The Good News Bible, also known as the Good News Translation, GNT, has garnered a lot of attention over the years, and whether it's good is often dependent on what you're looking for in a Bible translation. First, let's talk usage. The GNT is known for its simple, contemporary language that makes it particularly accessible for people who might not be familiar with more traditional biblical language. That's a score for readability, and can be a huge help for newcomers to biblical text or for those who use English as a second language. Now we move on to the intended purpose. The GNT was primarily created for clarity and ease of understanding. It's not a study Bible that digs into the minutiae of Hebrew and Greek nuances that a scholar or theologian might pine for, but it serves its purpose beautifully, providing a straightforward narrative that is less intimidating for a wide range of readers. That being said, we should look at the translation philosophy. It falls more into what's known as a dynamic equivalence translation, aiming to convey the original meaning more so than the exact words themselves. Contrast this with a formal equivalence translation, which attempts to be as literal as possible. Now, purists might prefer the King James Version, KJV, or the English Standard Version, ESV, which lean toward a more literal translation style. So if you're doing in-depth study, the Good News Bible might not be your go-to. However, the GNT does something rather important. It democratizes the reading of the Bible. For those less versed in biblical history or ancient languages, it's a godsend, pun intended. It can also be quite refreshing to see how the scriptures can be understood in our modern vernacular. Context is everything. For personal devotions, evangelism, or just casual reading, the Good News Bible does a stellar job. But if you're preparing a doctoral thesis on Pauline theology, you might want another version or an array of versions for cross-referencing. Lastly, any Bible translation should ideally lead to a deeper understanding and practice of faith, not just knowledge for knowledge's sake. From my home in Portland, where we value inclusivity and widely varied perspectives, a version like the Good News Bible can foster inclusivity in faith conversations, allowing more folks to participate. In brief, the Good News Bible is good for what it was designed to do: make the Bible understandable to as many as possible in a language that's easy to digest. For deeper or more academic study, pair it with a more literal translation. Regardless, it's a tool, and the right tools for the job may vary from person to person.